Right, I just thought I'd show you some of the films I've been getting over the last few months. I got this one most recently. It's not a film like it's Keith Lemon Celebrity Juice 2 Juicy for TV 2. I've actually got two copies of this because the first one I ordered online and it turned up with the security tag still embedded in it in the side there where that slot is. And I tried like hell to get it out, but it wouldn't come out. I tried using a knife and all sorts. So at the finish, I just had to break the box to get it out. But the trouble is, in the process of destroying the box, I accidentally damaged the disc as well. I'd scratched some of the top surface off, which took some of the playing, the information on the disc off that it needs to be read by the laser. So I had to get another copy. But this copy only cost us 50 pence. So I struck lucky there. I got this one in a shop in where was it again? Granger Games actually. So got a bit of a bargain there. I'm currently watching Keith Lemon in Through the Keyhole on ITV at the minute. It's currently in a new series. And I also got this one, which I've also got two copies of. I got this one for 50 pence as well, which was another bargain, because I bought it because it's got this nice slip cover on it with some nice sort of sparkly writing on the front, which the other copy hasn't got the slip cover, you see. So I thought, well, for 50 pence I couldn't go wrong really, so I decided to pick it up. And I still haven't watched this film yet. Excuse me, got a bit of a dodgy throat at the minute for some reason. I still haven't watched this film, but I will get round to seeing it eventually. And another one I got recently was this one, which is on the 101 Films label. It's called Into the Night, and it stars Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer. And it's got loads of other cameo appearances by various different actors and directors and producers and people like that in the film. It was directed by John Landis, who's probably most famous for directing Trading Places, The Twilight Zone, the movie, and Three Amigos, stuff like that. It's a good film. I haven't watched this one yet either. I've seen it before, but I haven't watched the Blu-ray yet. But it's supposed to be a pretty good transfer. You can also get it on an American version Blu-ray, but it's much more expensive than what this one cost. I'm actually not the biggest fan of this 101 Films label because from all the ones I've bought so far, they've actually got no scene access on the menu, so you can't jump to your favourite scene or whatever, or check bits of the film out. You can't, well, not easily you can't. You can probably do it by pressing the skip button on your remote control, but that's not the same, is it? It's much better to have the scene access. And this other one I got here is Miami Blues with Alec Baldwin. It's a really good film. I've actually seen this one. Obviously he made this one in, I think it was what was it again? I can't remember, it was 1988 or 89, somewhere around that. I forget the exact year it was made, but it's a really good film. And it also stars Jennifer Jason Leigh, who you might know, may or may not know. Her father was Vic Morrow, the guy that appeared in the first segment of the Twilight Zone, the movie film, and he actually got killed making the film. There was a scene where he was with two kids in the Vietnam sequence, and an accident happened, and the helicopter which was hovering above them came down and decapitated them. So that was her father that got killed in that film, Vic Morrow, unfortunately. And I got this one as well not long ago from Asda, which I still haven't watched. I haven't watched many films lately, to be honest. I've been watching mainly paranormal shows. And I'm currently watching Ghost Hunters Season 10, which I've already seen, but I'm watching it again. I haven't got Season 11 though. I'm a bit bit knocked about that. I'll have to try and find season 11 somewhere of Ghost Hunters. Anyway, back to this. Ben-Hur, this is the most recent remake. I thought it was on 3 hours, but it's only on just over like 2 hours or something. Because the original was over 3 hours long with Charlton Heston. But I'll have to watch that one sometime. And this next one is called The Professionals. And it's got Burt Lancaster in it, and Lee Marvin, Jack Palance, and Ralph Bellamy, who was one of the two old men in the Trading Places movie. He's in this, apparently. Still haven't watched this one either, but apparently it's supposed to be a very good transfer. The film has been digitally remastered, so I'll watch that sometime. And this one I also haven't watched yet. I haven't watched many of these, to be honest. This is Baywatch, the most recent remake movie. It's a sort of movie version of the series with different actors. I'm not even sure if they play the same characters or not. I'll have to watch it sometime. But I know it got quite bad reviews, mostly everywhere. There's still some people that like it, apparently, but not many of them. And I paid full price for this one. It's about 14 quid. 13 or 14 quid, something like that. And next we have this Nicholas Sparks film called The Best of Me, which has stars James Marsden and Michelle Monaghan. I forgot her name for a second there. Still haven't watched this one either, but it's supposed to be really good. And I have watched quite a bit of me films, but these are the most recent ones I bought, you see, so I haven't got around to it yet. Like I say, I'm currently watching paranormal shows, so that's me reasons for not watching the films so much at the minute. This one's Mother's Day, with Jennifer Aniston, Julia Roberts, Jason Sudeikis, and Kate Hudson, I believe. The director of this, Gary Marshall, sadly passed away not long ago. So that's a bit sad. He was a good director, and he was also an actor, and he wasn't in many films, I don't think, but I remember he was in an Albert Brooks film called Lost in America. He was good in that. He was only in a short, small scene, like. And this next one is Ghostbusters 1 and 2, which I've already got Ghostbusters on its own somewhere, but I bought this one to get part 2 because it was quite reasonably priced, so I picked it up. Not many people like Ghostbusters 2, but I like it. And this next one is another 101 Films release called Monkey Bone. Now this was released in America. This is the UK version, but this was also released in America on Blu-ray, and it's out of print now, and it costs an absolute fortune to buy on Region A. That's the American version. Costs an absolute mint. We're talking like somewhere between 80 and 100 quid or more. But if you want to get a hold of this one, you can pick it up at a fairly reasonable price on Amazon or eBay. And I'm quite a big fan of Bridget Fonda. I liked her in Single White Female. That's one of my favourite films. That's still to get released on Blu-ray. I don't know what they're taking their time about. There's loads of films should have come out on Blu-ray that haven't. And this is In the Valley of Ella with Tommy Lee Jones and Charlize Theron, and she looks quite different in this film, I think, to what she normally looks like. And when I first watched this film, I didn't actually recognise her. So, but it's a good movie. Keeps you entertained and gripped all the way through, just about. And this next one is, I think it's I forget where I got it from. Well, I got it from Amazon, but I forget which country it's from. It might be a German release or something. I'm not quite sure. But it's Steven Seagal in Gut Shot Straight, which I also haven't watched yet either. And there's some more Steven Seagal ones here. This one gets really bad reviews, especially Attack Force, because it's one of these Steven Seagal films where in certain scenes, in fact most of the scenes in the film, another actor dubs his voice. It isn't actually him talking. For some reason, in quite a few Steven Seagal films, someone gets another actor to dub Steven Seagal's dialogue. And I don't know if that's just because he was speaking too quiet and it didn't record too clearly on the film, and they had to get another actor in because he wasn't available. He'd already moved on to another project or something. I don't know what the reasons are. If anybody else knows the reason why Steven Seagal sometimes has his voice dubbed in his movies by another actor, I'd be very interested to know if anyone knows. And another Steven Seagal one here, which is called Kill Switch, sorry. I still haven't watched this. I've seen it before, but I haven't watched this one. I bought it twice actually, because I lost my other copy. I don't know where I put it. And this is Half Past Dead. I thought this film was alright, but I didn't think it was like amazing or anything. And this one I really like, which is Belly of the Beast. I've got this on DVD as well, and the DVD transfer was actually pretty damn good, so I'm hoping this Blu-ray version is even better than the DVD. It should be, but it was a good transfer on the DVD, I must admit. A lot of these Columbia TriStar films of the Steven Seagal movies are quite good transfers on DVD actually, especially when you watch them upscaled using an like a Blu-ray. Well, most Blu-ray players can upscale DVDs, as most of you probably know. Some more Steven Seagal. This one is Today You Die, which was fairly good. Wasn't one of his best. And this one I like quite a lot, but nobody else seems to like it much. Out for a Kill. It does have a quite bizarre scene in it where this Asian guy who's a martial arts expert starts running around the walls. He defies gravity. He's like climbing up the walls and stuff. I don't quite understand why that scene's in there and what it means exactly, why it's like that. It doesn't seem to make much sense, you know. But I like this film. I think it's a really good watch actually. I know it gets a lot of stick, but I really enjoy it actually. I think it's got quite good atmosphere to it. And next we have Drop Dead Fred, which is not available in America apparently. A lot of people aren't happy about that, because most films get their first releases in America. Like, there's more films available on Blu-ray in America than there is in England, so it's surprising that this one didn't get a release over there. Instead, it's got released here. I can only assume that the film was more popular in England than it was in the USA. But it's a really good film for those of you that haven't seen it, starring the late great Rick Mayall and Phoebe Cates. Right, well, that's some of the films I've bought recently. I'm going to leave it there for now. If any of you would like to see some more of me films that I've bought, just let us know and I'll perhaps make another video if anyone's interested, that is. I doubt anyone will be, but anyway, I'd just like to thank you very much for watching this video, and I shall catch you next time. So, ta-ra for now.